Michael, considering your experience licensing for brands such as Wiffle Ball and Big League Chew, what is the smartest way to capitalize on a lifestyle without patronizing consumers?
Well, it's a good question. I'm going to back up and explain a little bit about what licensing is, if any of you are confused about that. Basically, what my agency does is we control what we call the master license for sports and entertainment companies. And what that means is that we control the rights that are not germane to the core business. So, for example, with Wiffle Ball, we're not making or distributing the bats and balls, but anything else that means something to the audience that's germane to the Wiffle Ball name and likeness. So think about everything that could be...
Just watch the bottom of the mic.
Think about everything that could range from a Wiffle Ball video game to Wiffle Ball tournaments to Wiffle Ball movies to apparel and everything else that theoretically could or would make sense, and partnerships that would make sense around the brand. Our goal is to really tap into that basically Wiffle Ball public at large that wants more from the brand. Wiffle Ball, for example, is a sort of a vintage American brand. It's been around for about 60 years. So for people who love it, which range from people who are 70 years old to people who are 7 years old, what can we give them that will help them not only fall back in love with Wiffle, but make them buy more Wiffle Balls, but what can we do to drive revenue streams? In a case like Wiffle Ball, which I think is an interesting example, part of the benefit of what we would do for a brand is we enforce what's called the intellectual property. So if you think about brands like Xerox or Velcro or even Escalator, what was once a brand name, by putting other products into the market, Wiffle Ball has become so big and so ubiquitous that any game that's played with a plastic bat and ball is called Wiffle Ball. So what we do is that we reinforce and we reteach people that when they use the name Wiffle in any capacity, whether it's a website or a tournament or a t-shirt, theoretically, they're going to have to pay us. Not theoretically, they're going to have to pay us. They're going to pay the piper somewhere in one way or another. So a byproduct of what we do is to not only drive revenue streams and reinforce the brand and promotion, but we are teaching the public at large what is actually owned by our client in the Wiffle Ball.
How did you not do that by patronizing?
Okay, so I just finished the question. How do we do it by not patronizing people? Our goal, thank you, Scott. Our goal is to really tap into the audience that we know. So for Wiffle, we're well aware that the 18 to 25-year-old audience is the core audience. But so we want to give them things that we know that they want. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of Wiffle Ball-oriented social networks. We are developing a Wiffle Ball video game and a mobile app. Bless you. And so we want to tap into technology, we want to tap into social networking, we want to tap into vintage apparel, things that you would think would be germane to an audience that would probably crave the brand.